The creation story, God's masterpiece. Welcome and introduction to the profound significance of the creation story in Judeo-Christian faith. Overview of the narrative's role as the origin of the universe, life, and humanity. An exploration of themes such as God's creative power and the inherent goodness of creation. The opening verses of Genesis, highlighting the formless void and God's divine presence. The creative process, including the separation of light from darkness, the formation of the sky and earth, and the gathering of waters. At the first, God made the heaven and the earth was waste and without form, and it was dark on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving on the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God, looking on the light, saw that it was good, and God made a division between the light and the dark, naming the light day and the dark night. And there was evening and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a solid arch stretching over the waters, parting the waters from the waters." And God made the arch for a division between the waters which were under the arch and those which were over it. And it was so. And God gave the arch the name of heaven. And there was evening and there was morning, the second day. And God gave the dry land the name of earth. And the waters together in their place were named seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let grass come up on the earth, and plants producing seed, and fruit trees giving fruit, in which is their seed, after their sort." And it was so. And there was evening and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the arch of heaven, for a division between the day and the night, and let them be for signs, and for marking the changes of the year, and for days, and for years." And God made the two great lights, the greater light to be the ruler of the day, and the smaller light to be the ruler of the night, and he made the stars. And God put them in the arch of heaven, to give light on the earth, to have rule over the day and the night, and for a division between the light and the dark. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters be full of living things, and let birds be in flight over the earth under the arch of heaven." And God made great sea beasts, and every sort of living and moving thing, with which the waters were full, and every sort of winged bird. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God made the beast of the earth after its sort, and the cattle after their sort, and everything moving on the face of the earth after its sort. And God saw that it was good. And God made man in his image. In the image of God he made him, male and female he made them. And God gave them his blessing, and said to them, "Be fertile and have increase, and make the earth full and be masters of it. Be rulers over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing moving on the earth." Narration of God saw everything which he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. The establishment of the Garden of Eden as a pristine and harmonious environment, the creation of Adam and Eve, and their role as stewards of God's creation, the introduction of the tree of knowledge of good and evil and the moral choice it represents, the temptation by the serpent and the disobedience of Adam and Eve, the consequences of their actions, including their expulsion from the garden, the introduction of suffering, toil, and the brokenness of creation as a result of sin, God's covenant with humanity, and the promise of a future Messiah. Narration of key biblical figures like Noah, Abraham, and Moses, who played roles in God's plan. The anticipation of redemption and restoration of the divine order. The narrative shift to the New Testament with the arrival of Jesus Christ. Jesus as the fulfillment of God's promise and the embodiment of divine love and redemption. The message of salvation and the hope of restoring the goodness of creation. Deep reflection on the profound significance of the creation story in faith and theology. The ongoing relevance of the narrative in shaping environmental ethics and stewardship. Encouragement for viewers to contemplate the beauty and responsibility of God's masterpiece. summarize the enduring importance of the creation story in Judeo-Christian thought and culture. Express gratitude to viewers for embarking on this spiritual journey through the origin of the universe and humanity.